Hi, this is Rob Leo, and in this video tutorial we're going to take a look at how to record what's on your screen so you can narrate a slideshow or narrate over the web. I'm on Google right now. I'm just going to go to the Chrome Web Store. There's a couple different ways I could get there. You'll notice on my browser I'm working on a laptop. I've got this colorful rainbow icon in the top left corner. If I click on it, it launches all of the Chrome apps that are installed on my account. I can get to the web store that way. If you're on a Chromebook, you're going to look in the bottom left corner. There's an open circle icon. You won't see that rainbow app or that rainbow waffle colored icon. You're going to see an open circle. That's the apps launcher. It takes you to the same place. You probably notice a little triangle right about here. If you just swipe your screen up, you can see all the apps that you have installed onto your account. One more way to get there, since I'm logged into the browser, you can tell that I'm logged in. You can click the three dots to get to More Tools. From More Tools, you can go to Extensions, and from your list of extensions, you can click on Get More Extensions. The one we're looking for is called Screencastify. S-C-R-E-E-N-C-A-S-T-I-F-Y, Screencastify. This is a Chrome extension. You're going to see an icon appear right about here once I install it. I'm just going to click Add to Chrome. I'm going to add the extension. I'm going to wait patiently. And now the icon appears up in my browser. When I click on it, it's going to ask me to set things up. And to get started, I need to set up the camera. This is not just the camera, it's also the microphone. I'm going to allow this. If you make a mistake, this little puzzle piece, sometimes there's a lock. If you click on that, you can turn on access to your camera and microphone that way. Where do you want to store your recordings? Well, if you're working on a Chromebook, the best place to store them is on Google Drive. Even if you're not working on a Chromebook, the best place to store them is in Google Drive. What this application will do is it will make a folder in your Google Drive where all of your video recordings can be stored. So we're going to leave it there. We'll go to Next, and then we're going to sign in. You're just going to select your you're going to select your West Genesee account. When it asks you permission to access stuff, you're going to click Allow. You're going to identify yourself with whatever role. If you're a student, you want to identify as someone who's over 13. And you're going to click OK. I have no recordings yet, so let's go back to the Screencastify icon to get started. You have three things you could potentially record. One is a tab on your browser. If you use a tab, you have all sorts of annotation tools at your disposal. You can draw on the screen, you can erase what you draw, it will record what you're doing, it will record your voice, but you can't navigate away from that tab. The camera is going to remain on that tab, so if you have multiple things you want to share, I recommend avoiding tabbed recording and using desktop instead. Desktop recording, you can record anything that appears on your desktop. You can switch between, opening up Adobe for PDFs. You can open up Microsoft Office and show PowerPoints. You can open up the internet and show Google Slides presentations. You can show websites. So desktop is probably the most versatile, but you don't have the annotation tools at your disposal. So you'll have to use your mouse and kind of show what you want to do as you narrate. You can also do cam, and what cam will do is turn on your webcam and just point the camera at you instead of your screen. So if you want to make a video of yourself, cam is the best option. We're going to stick with desktop. Notice under audio, you can use the microphone or your system audio. Well, since you're recording your voice, microphone is your best selection. When you click the select tool, it'll find any recording device you have at your disposal. I'm actually using a headset right now, so I find that works really well. The mic is right in front of my mouth. If you have Apple headphones with the microphone on the cord, I find that works really well on a Chromebook. I've used the Chromebook to record just a Chromebook with its built-in mic, and I've found that the microphone isn't that great, so I tend to use my iPhone headset when I do that. When I do enable system audio, I often find that my own voice becomes choppy, so I tend to leave that off. System audio is like if the computer is playing something like a YouTube video, for example, it will capture it, but again, it's going to make your own voice choppy as you're narrating. As far as video goes, notice there are dots here. I haven't ever changed these things. I like the countdown, 3, 2, 1, and you're on. You could also limit the resolution if you want to. Do you want to enable webcam? If you click on that, it will allow you to select a webcam. If you're using the Chromebook, it's built in. But once you, oops, I keep getting click happy here. Once you do that, you can decide with this icon, do you want to appear picture in the top left, top right, bottom left, or bottom right. Personally, I rarely put myself in a video, but you may want to record yourself as you're demonstrating what you're doing on screen. And finally, show preview window. We'll put a little window in the bottom right corner so that you can kind of see how much time you're using. With Screencastify, you get up to 10 minutes of free recording time. We're using the free version. Of course, you could pay for an upgrade, but really no need to for this activity. When you're all set, you're going to click Record Desktop, and it's going to give you a little countdown. I'm working off of 2 monitors, so it's asking me which monitor I want to use. I'm going to stick with screen 1.
3, 2, 1.
There's my countdown. You can see I've enabled picture in picture with my webcam enabled. It's giving me how much time I'm recording, and it's got what's on my screen. So if I move away from what I'm showing here, I can go to any website I want. Let's say I go to a Google Slides presentation, for example. And let's say I want to open up a presentation that I want to share with my teacher, share with my peers, narrate on top of. I've already done the research. I put the presentation together. I'm just waiting patiently for it to load. And now that it's loaded up, I can either talk as I'm moving. Notice the mouse will move. You can also use present mode in a Google Slides presentation. And one of the nice things about present mode, as you'll see in just a moment here, is that you have a laser pointer that you can use. So built right into Google Slides, I can turn on the pointer. It puts the laser pointer on the screen. I don't know why this is coming across so choppy, but as I advance through my slide presentation, I can narrate, I can talk, I can explain as I'm going through. I can use the laser pointer to supplement what I'm talking about. When I'm all set with my recording, let me just exit full screen mode here. Let's say I want to continue to present my information. Maybe I want to go to a website. Screencastify, because I'm recording my full desktop, is capturing anything I do in this window, so I can continue to narrate, continue to talk. Your best bet is to kind of put the storyboard of some sort together so you kind of know what you want to do as you're going through, because there really isn't a edit button. So this is really one-shot recording. You'll notice too that I'm on air. So notice I lost my preview window. It's actually behind here. But since I'm on air, this red dot is my indicator that I'm now recording in Screencastify. I can pause it, and when I'm ready to, I can resume it. And when I'm ready to end things, I can just click End Recording. Countdown, you can see I've enabled picture in picture with my webcam enabled. Alright, so we've got the recording here. It's saving automatically to Google Drive. If I want to share this, I can just click this little chain link icon. It tells me that the link has been copied to my clipboard. All I need to do is paste it somewhere. If you want to find it in your Google Drive account, you can just visit Google Drive. Now, because I told it to store my stuff in Google Drive, it automatically built a folder. Inside that folder is my video. I didn't change the title back here on Screencastify. What I could do is just click that top left thing and close it, and it should automatically save. Back in Google Drive, I'm going to wait for this icon to turn to like a still shot instead of the red icon, because right now it's just processing. About 3 minutes from now, it'll be ready to go, and it will play directly in Google. You can click the dots at the top of the screen to share it. If you need to change your share settings, because I clicked the chain link in Screencastify, it automatically set it from private to anyone with the link can view. And I can just copy that link. If you need to change it again, you can click your advanced settings and then change it, and you can adjust who has access to it. Other stuff you should know about: if you return back to the icon itself, notice the menu at the top left. You could go to your recordings that you can kind of see where all of your recordings are stored online. And if you need to share it, once again, you have the share button here. You have the copy link icon here. Tells me when it was stored or where it's stored. Tells me what time it was all completed. Tells me how long the video is. So I hope you found this useful, and thanks for listening.